Yay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another episode of the Great Talk Podcasts, the podcast that talks about the business of creativity. We bring people in, industry players, major guys. Some of them are mysterious, some of them are all in your face, just to come and share their experiences, the work that they do in the industry. Basically, you have to see the industry or the creative sector through their eyes, through their own lens, and hopefully you're able to take one or two things for you to understand that this business of creativity or the soft power is a serious thing and it has massive potential. And today we have an icon. Now you think that I said an icon because it's like an English word. It's not just an English word to this person. He is actually an icon. In fact, people know him as an icon, like icon here and there. Before people will call his full name or whatever, you're hearing icon this, icon that. And he went on to, become that guy that says, just an icon living. I'm just a gentle guy. I'm just an icon living and loving. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, icon Oreoluwa. Drum roll. Welcome, bro. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
bro.
doing this, man.
Thanks for having
Thank
me,
you
man.
so much.
So good to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we have to make this happen, bro.
Yeah,
We have to make
yeah,
this happen.
yeah.
Icon is one of those people that so I've known him for a while, but we didn't meet like until very, very recently. Right, we've spoken over the phone, tried to do one or two things together. For some reason, it didn't work or it didn't pan out. And of course, you see the work that he does and the way he talks whenever we talk on phone, you know that this person has stuff. Like this person is serious. This person knows what they're doing. But meeting him in person is it's a 10x amplification of whatever you think or whatever whatever perception you had of him.
The way you said
Yeah.
that, I know what I'm doing now. People would think I know what I'm doing, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just, I'm just doing.
So a lot of us, and I'm using us, say these things. Like, and there's an element of truth in it.
There is actually because a lot of people always think that people just have things figured out
Yeah.
and they just know what they are doing with life.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of the courage to be able to do what's on your mind that a lot of people have more than that. So when people say you know what you're doing, it's not like I know what I'm doing. I'm just acting on what is on my mind at the point. And
Yeah.
that's what separates people that look like they know what they're doing and
Yeah.
people that feel like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Is the fact that you can act on what is on your mind. Just that courage is what makes you look like you know what you're doing. Because you know that when you act on it, you might fail, you might succeed, but you do it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Isn't that the perfect definition for entrepreneurship?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Really, like you don't know what you're doing half of the time. You are 10 years in business, and I'm telling you that something will shock you again.
Yeah.
Like that. You are 60 years in business, something will shock you again
Yeah.
because it's not like you know what you're doing. You just now have better shock absorber to be able to
Resilience,
react to whatever
Yeah.
comes. And you also now have a what's it called? A system that can always help you to get those things done properly. So you have a new IPO to raise or whatever like that. You don't necessarily know how it's going to work, but now you just had an idea before, but you have systems behind you that can help you to make that happen.
Yeah.
So you just find your way as you go.
Interesting. Why then do you think that in the creative sector, in the creative space, I think the word creative sector, creative, whatever, is something that came up recently. I don't think we have actually attached the word sector to anything creative,
Creativity.
back in the day because creativity just used to feel like something you can just wing, something you just do, you have talent, just do it,
It's for the unserious people.
exactly, so why is it so difficult for people to, and when I say people I mean in terms of proportion, right? Why is it so difficult for people to come to the understanding that creativity and entrepreneurship need to go hand in hand?
That's a very interesting question. So you're saying that why do people I'm just trying to get the question right. Like why do people think that creativity is a winging thing
Yeah.
and entrepreneurship is another thing entirely?
Yeah, like they shouldn't be in the same.
And
in the same room,
a lot of people feel like, man, I'm going to be honest that real creativity would always fight that part of structure, that part of business and all of that like that. Creativity in itself just wants to know that I'm not boxed. I can
Okay.
do what I can go the way I want to go. And that's the opposite of business
Business,
in
yeah.
itself,
Yeah.
is that you want to be able to predict the next 5 years. You want to be able to say, this at the end of this year, this is the money that we can get. But creativity is that I might be in a very different mind space by 6 months, in 6 months' time, and I want to do what's next. So now, because of the business, I'm not, or the entrepreneurial side of things, I'm not able to do that and all of that. And this is one of the things why a lot of people are scared of labels, scared of distribution
Yeah.
deals, and all of that. Purists, I mean, when they talk about purist creatives,
Yeah.
that feel like my creativity is me,
Yeah.
and if you tamper with that, it affects every other thing. That's why a lot of people are, because they feel like once you merge both of them together, it becomes a problem for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
For them. And it's not like that, they're not trying to be what's it called now? Accountable,
Yeah.
or but it's just what it is. It's just the nature of what they carry, what
Yeah.
creatives carry. But now there now comes a set of people that are entrepreneurial in nature, but they are creatives as well. That have learned over time to balance out those things. That's where they come into play. For people like this, representation, very, very important. So you allow the creative be the creative and the business be the business. But now these people are able to now juggle both your creative side, understand it from an empathic point, and use it to do the business without actually mixing too much emotions in the middle. So I believe that every creative, not just, I'm not talking about just people in entertainment
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like the whole full length of it. I believe that everyone should think about it. Two things. There are some talents that are entrepreneurial in nature. Saying I also push them reach that place.
Yeah.
Trust me, there are some people like that. So it will always show in their work. Those kind of people should, of course, continue doing what they do, which is understanding the entrepreneurship and this. But if you feel like you're a creative that is a purist, look for somebody that knows business. Think of it as a startup. There's a product and there's someone that sells the product. Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Think of yourself as a product and look for somebody to sell your
To sell.
product, and give them enough trust to actually sell. So these are the things, these are the issues with creatives, and when it comes to creativity and entrepreneurship. I started off my creative journey fully as a furniture maker. I was selling furniture.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Selling, like, were you making them and selling? Or
Yes, I studied architecture, so I had a workshop. I had people that worked for me
wow,
for that.
that's new. Is this the first? Are you saying this here for the first time? Like, have you said
No,
it?
we're practically popular. We're on Vogue magazine, for crying out loud, for a while. Yeah,
What was the name again?
I like our collections.
Wow, I never knew. So you still work? You still run that?
Yeah, on the creative level, I just consult for people. If you want to do pieces that are expensive, I would work it out for you.
Wow.
But anything outside of that,
You see what I'm saying, guys?
yeah,
It's not the well. Let's go.
yeah. So when I was doing that, I kind of lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, you're talking about creativity. You're first like a
Yeah,
creative.
my first, I was a pure creative too. I had worked in a media company. I've always worked with my mom. My mom had this. I've been a partner since I was a child, since I was a teen. So I know some part of business. But when you
Yeah.
come into the creative side, the product feels like your baby. Do you understand? This thing, it feels like things that you do that becomes what's it called? So you're taking it very personal, and
Yeah.
because of that, I made a lot of losses on the way. So it's through those losses that I became entrepreneurial, very much entrepreneurial. It has always been there, but it unlocked that
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
So now you're able to now think both laterally and literally. And that's it. Creatives think laterally. Business people think literally. So you're in between both of them. Now you've gone through that process of understanding that there's an entrepreneurial part of these things, and you've honed your skills over the years, but you still hold strongly your creative side, because you can't look at anything I do and say that there's no creativity around it.
Yeah.
So, but you now merge both sides and help other people that don't have that skill to also merge those sides. So that's why a lot of artists, when you work with them now and they feel comfortable with you, they are comfortable, oh, except sometimes when ego comes in and some other things like that. But because they know that this person gets me. And that's why you see most of the top guys, they work with the people that they are the most comfortable with. Because trust me, in as much as they feel like they are critical, they still make a lot of decisions out of emotions and
Yeah.
all of those kind of
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. You said a couple of things that reminded me, because I was on radio yesterday, and we're talking about how do you describe a creative and a manager in a sense, and the exact same analogy you use product and someone who's selling the product. I use the analogy of a CEO,
Yeah,
like a
that's it.
chief executive officer, so there's a product and then you find a
The CEO
CEO that's basically
does everything to sell that
everything to
product.
make sure that this product gets to the end of the earth, in a sense.
Yeah.
And down your train of thought, you said some things about when ego comes to playing and all. How do you navigate those things? How do you navigate working with the creative and then you guys maybe ego comes to play? Or would you say you've never been in a sport where creatively it makes sense, but business wise it doesn't make sense, and you have to like stand your ground and say, no, I get you, but we have to go this way because of X, Y, Z? Have you been in that position before? And how did you solve that problem?
You've always been in that position, no? That one,
Always.
always.
So okay, that's a yes.
Is an always thing. You would always be in that position. For me, I'm of a school of thought. There are many school of thoughts when it comes to management and working with creatives. Essentially, for me, I'm of a very very different school of thought.
Okay.
I don't hold on to people that don't want to work with me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't hold on to you. Even if we have something signed, best I would do is get a way to navigate this and let everybody move on, because I feel like sometimes you outgrow people, sometimes people outgrow you. It's just what it is. But life, you now start taking on enemies rather, because of you feel like this person left you and you've put in a love. Yeah, it pains, it hurts,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I mean, you can't keep holding on to what is not serving both of you anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm of that school of thought. First of all, I love contracts. We sign contracts and all of those things, but
If it doesn't work, you don't
if it
hold
does
on.
not work, come and let's look at how we can get out of this contract and move. Let everybody go their separate ways.
Oh.
Because trust me, even your soul will be happy for that. Yeah. So, but when it comes to navigating, what's it called now? Egos between stuff. Normally, me, I get ego. Everybody get
Oh,
ego.
for sure.
So the egos will definitely
They'll
clash.
clash, yeah.
So, but what happens is that we have to actually look at things from an empathetic angle, which is that what's your opinion on this? What's your idea on this? You say this is it. I say my idea. I feel like what you've presented is superior idea, but my guts still tell me that this is what we should do.
Yeah.
What I usually do in that situation is that I cede to the superior
Idea.
and I have a plan B.
Okay.
And I have a plan B. So if this does not work, we'll go back. But we don't like sit on trying to say I told you so.
Oh yeah,
All
I
those
think
kind
that's
of
a
things.
killer. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We are a team. We'll make mistakes together. We'll make good calls together. We'll make bad calls together. The idea is that through everything, just find a way to navigate these things. And sometimes it works. Like the superior idea works well. And sometimes it doesn't work and we have to switch to plan B.
To plan B.
Yeah, but the idea is always that allow superior opinion always go ahead of everybody. Then also have a plan in place if that does not work.
What's your definition of superior opinion?
I mean,
how do you know this is a superior opinion?
Like the person can show you from data and their own point of view why they think that. Okay, so we're talking about something now, for example, today, and I was like, do you know I've been doing this for a while? That was what came to my head, one of my talents. But it brought an angle and it made sense that these are the demographic of people that are coming or that we are looking at. So these are the people that actually listen. You have to actually do what we want to do to their feet. What I was thinking about was a general
thing, capture everybody,
capture China. But that made sense. That makes a lot of sense. So you just like, oh yeah, I get you. Move.
Okay.
That's a superior opinion to what you have.
I totally agree. I think that's a very, very, very perfect example. Now we're going to take it back a little bit. How did you become an icon?
I usually had a grand story around this thing because every time people ask me, I'm always like, God, this story is not that hard. It's not hard as I would like it.
If you like, would you know that?
Like I just woke up one day like this,
and then you heard from the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, like you're an icon. Right? But that wasn't it. My life is a lot of coincidences that make sense eventually. So when I was in uni, I joined this group. It's called Integrity Icons.
Okay.
And the work of, now that it sounds like one old club, like this thing, but this was just 2010 or so.
Well,
Yeah, well,
that's 15 years ago, bro.
come on, wow. So they were like, everybody should change their Twitter, Facebook, handle names. The way you have ambassador,
Yeah.
you now have icon.
Icon these.
So
Oh, I see.
I think we're in several unis, but that whole movement didn't even last. I'm not sure it
What's
lasted.
the movement about?
It was more of like checking political
Oh, oh.
checking political things, ensuring that governors are
Doing
doing
what they're
what they're
supposed to
supposed to
do.
do.
I see.
That, but we're scattered in different
Different, yeah.
schools, different uni. I know some people were in Ekiti State. I was in Futa. Some people were in Lautech, like that. But it didn't fly. It didn't really move. But I had already changed my handle to icon.
To icon, yeah.
Yeah, and I liked it. I just liked it like that, and that was it. So I became a bit popular later towards 2013, 12, 13.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a nuisance on Twitter. Not this kind of nuisance these days, but yeah, I was a nuisance sort of.
What were you talking about?
Different things from football to uni live to anything, music, drag people. I don't drag people actually, but it used to be a thing, like people would banter. It's serious
troll?
banter. No, it's
Like-
banter because that was banter.
Okay.
It's now that it's trolling.
It's not, yeah, okay.
That serious banter. If you look at people that were on Twitter in the early days, they know how to banter.
Banter.
But people now, everything are fights.
Yeah, fight, yeah,
That's why I
yeah,
don't stay on
yeah,
Twitter a lot
yeah,
again. Like
yeah.
you banter, you learn intelligent things
Yeah.
from people.
Yeah.
Then, like I feel like I learned more on Twitter than I learned in school.
Interesting.
Yeah, like nuanced conversation.
Mhm.
Talk about. I've learned the biggest music history from Twitter.
From Twitter.
Political history from Twitter.
Oh, interesting.
And all of those things. Like you just see somebody just read shit, and you're like, I never knew this thing like that. But this is just more of, I don't know. Everybody just a fight.
Is
So
more,
so back to what I said. I changed my handle then. So and it became
a staple.
stock. Everybody just called me. There was even someone that ran for vice president when I was in uni with the same name, and she was a babe. I think she was in the group too. I don't know.
Okay.
And everybody thought I was the one.
Ewo.
I am telling you, they thought I was the one that was running. I was like, why do I'm like, I can't
I'm
even
not
run.
running.
So
Wow. That's. I mean, I think it's some sort of a grand story though.
well,
It's quite grand. It is. I
it's
think
a grand
it is.
coincidence. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe grand coincidence. Yeah. It makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. And you've gone on to like do iconic things.
Yes. Orúkọ Manuel.
Right. Also, you believe in that.
Yeah, I believe in it. I started using iconic stuff fully last year.
Okay.
Like when I mean use it fully, like I entered into actually using it properly. Like since I've been an entrepreneur since 2010ish.
Okay.
Yeah, started selling merch first, all of those things. If anybody calls me CEO, you know that period I put CEO
Yeah.
in for all the business I do. I tell you, I'm not a CEO yet. Like because I don't know exactly the things that make a CEO. I'm just a business owner.
You're just a business owner.
Yes,
Yeah.
that has a few staff.
Yeah.
For you to be a CEO, you're controlling a big
Yeah.
number of
Corporation,
operations
yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that, at least to a good extent.
Mm.
So I always tell them, and I always believe that I've not done a lot of things enough for you to
Call me that.
what I am not. So but last year, I actually just thought about it. In the past 10 years, I've been doing great stuff. So you can actually as well just say that there's data to prove it.
Yeah.
You can as well just call yourself that fully
Yeah.
now. So
Now,
iconic stuff.
for the past 10 years, you've been doing great stuff. So, can you run us through some of this great stuff? And I'm saying that because I've spoken to a lot of people. I think this is like you're like the eighth person in a sense, like in the space that we're talking to. And one major reason we try to have these people on the pod is because a lot of you have almost the same way to things. And when I mean the same way, I mean like you just want to do things. You don't really care about people associating it to you in a sense. Like you don't, yeah. So like we're talking off camera and you're saying something about like you're not like, oh, you like spotlight, limelight type of P. But then you also acknowledge that having these kind of conversations are really, really important, right? And we should have it, because if we don't, it's going to be hard. People will have it for us,
Yeah.
and they would say things that are probably not supposed to go out there. So can you, in this 10 years, 15 years actually, yeah, 2010, yes, 15 years, can you tell us some of those iconic things that you've done
I
in
mean,
and outside of the creative space?
I've been in Nigeria first of all. In that time, I know
Right,
Jackpa,
right.
so that's a great thing. Please,
I
you have
agree.
to clap for me.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, but on a serious note, I don't know. Everything has led to this point. So I've done a number of things. Started off with merchandising and design actually,
Okay.
graphic design and all of that. And yeah, did good with that. Did some important stuff. Then I used to write a lot too, and I was top. I was 3 years in a row. I was like top. At 2 years, top 10 Etisalat writers. That's those
Wow.
stories things. Then
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, I was close to yeah. Then started my furniture business in 2015, 16.
Okay.
Mm. And of course, did some very good stuff there too. Um, we have a chair called the Downfall chair.
Downfall chair.
Yeah, that kind of broke the internet that period.
Do you have it on your phone?
Yeah, I should have it
Can
on
we
my
see it? I
phone.
think your phone is on the other side.
Yeah, I should have it on my phone. So Downfall chair, that was what got on Vogue actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that was what got on Vogue. I hope my phone is. Let me reduce the volume. Okay. So we did that. We did some other cool things actually. In that, but I just for the sake of time.
Is the downfall chair, does it look like a downfall?
Yeah, you see. You see, I show you now. So this is a downfall chair. So that's a downfall chair. There's
This is
somewhere
nice.
where Oshubaju was sitting close to it. So there are several variations of it. There's the bookshelf variation of the downfall chair. Yeah, like that. So that
Wow.
that was born out of the fact that Ambody then
Yeah.
was trying to face out the downfall,
Okay.
and I had always believed that every city is defined by their transportation, like the identity of the city.
Yeah, I agree.
Usually is defined by the
I
transportation
agree.
or by the metro system.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Transportation basically, they
transportation
all
is
fall under
part of the
transportation. Yeah. Commuting
strongest ones.
system.
Yeah, and Lagos. Anytime you tell anybody about Lagos,
Downfall comes to
automatically
mind.
yellow and black comes
Yeah,
to mind.
yeah.
Then you want to face it out and make it blue. I just thought it
How
didn't
does
make
that work?
sense,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was ranting about it on my Twitter at some point, and I just thought you can do something about this thing now, and that was how the downfall chair was born. Like let's retain that history
That
in
history.
that,
It's
and you see
important.
most of our pieces actually carry that same what's it called, storytelling ability, that they are not just furniture pieces, they're actually stories in motion. Like we did one that is Oshuka. You know what Oshuka is?
Yeah,
Right?
of course.
That's spiral.
Yeah.
So people don't know. I'm serious. Like I've met somebody that grew up in Nigeria. We grew up in this Nigeria together.
It doesn't know what
She's Yoruba and she does not know what Oshuka
Oshuka
is.
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Our struggles are different.
Right.
Our struggles are different.
Right.
So
Vic, do you know what Oshuka is?
Why are you asking me?
but that, you didn't answer the question.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Wow.
Why are
Okay.
you doing that? I didn't grow up here.
No, all of us grew up here, but you know,
It's just talking about someone who grew up
like
here.
people don't just know these things, and it's not a bad thing. It's just realities
Yeah.
that we all grew up in, and
Yeah.
so that was this conversation starter. Like this chair is called Ushuka. Why it was an Ushuka? And I was like, blah, blah, blah.
This is what Oshuka is.
Yeah, and that was good. I think some of our favorite author, they have my furniture pieces in their house.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I think the name icon fits you, but then yeah, it does.
But then it make me fear.
No. Because I always say this, yeah. I say that practical comes before theory. So people see a pattern in something and then they find out what makes it what, and then they theorize it in a sense. So they probably write about it. When you write about something, you're basically theorizing about it.
Yeah.
So is it the icon part of this whole thing, did you fully did you find yourself doing iconic stuff because there's a name icon hanging over your head, or you add I'm not you add the ability obviously, but like, when you call somebody a father, I think that there are several ways, but I think there are two major ways for people to become what fathers should really be. For example, sometimes I do certain things because I remember that I'm a father. Oh. Maybe my daughter is coming to say, "Daddy, can you read a bedtime story for me?" And actually, at that moment, I don't feel like doing it. Probably because I'm seeing a movie, I'm trying to get stuff done, and then she leaves disappointed and stuff. And maybe I've turned that down like a couple of times, right? And then I remember that I'm a father, like, bruh, you have to do certain things. Like, so then I go ahead and do them. Or there's the other part of you having the constantly remembering that you're a father and you're doing these things because you're a father. So, for example, what I'm saying in essence is, are you doing iconic stuff? Because again, there are a lot of furniture makers that are doing great stuff. But you've talked about Oshuka, Danfo, and there's a story behind every of these things. So that's why I think they're iconic. I believe they're iconic. Forget that the name is iconic, do you get? But yeah, they're iconic. So are you running after iconic stuff because there's iconic hanging over your head, or because you're just someone who does iconic stuff?
I think I'm just someone who does iconic stuff, really. So that's why I said this beautiful coincidence.
Yeah.
I think the name found me.
Okay.
Really, the name found me. Maybe that was the only reason why that group was even created. Only God knows. But
Right.
that name found me and it stuck. But as far back as I know, as even when I was in my teens, pre-teens, I've always had the penchant to try things that every other person will not try, to see things people would normally not see,
Yeah.
and to explore places and ideas that people would normally not go to. So I think the name found me. The name found me pretty much because even before I was that, I was already making some. But that just like sealed it and just made it like you can't run away from your
From this.
destiny ever. So yeah,
That's cool. That's cool. Let's talk about pop culture.
yeah, I like that a lot.
Let's talk. Why?
I just love it.
You're not, well, I'll say whatever I want to say. You're not Gen Z, right?
No, I'm not Gen Z.
I know pop culture is not entirely about Gen Z,
Yeah.
whatever, but they
But
are like,
I'm
yeah.
of that. I'm of that. What's it called? Crop, or we are the ones that actually set the pace for the Gen Z sort of. I'm not saying millennials now.
Yeah, I get what you
So
mean.
every generation has people that interconnect.
Yeah, like cross
Yeah, they
guy.
cross.
Yeah,
They cross.
yeah.
So they are the ones that actually pull some of the ideals of this generation and pull it into
this,
the next generation. So I think I fall in that
in that
line.
category.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in that category of people. But I'm definitely not Gen Z.
yeah, I get what
Say,
you
but
mean.
I am Gen
Gen
Z.
Z. Why do you think pop culture is important?
I mean, it's very important right now because the world is here. The world
Okay.
is here. Everything is here.
Right.
So you have to pop on this place.
Wow.
Yeah,
You have to
you have to
pop on
pop.
it. Yeah.
Whatever it is, even if you are a bank or you're a bank CEO or you are a music executive or whatever, I'm trying to say, or even you see that even the what's it called now, the informal sector. That's Nigeria's informal sector is the biggest.
It's the biggest,
part
yeah.
of our the informal sector are finding their ways into Instagram. I mean, yes, now people that used to sell things on our street before,
Yeah.
sell drinks, sell this thing. We can find everything on Instagram
Yeah.
and also that
Yeah.
everybody, because you need to pop here. That's the businesses that don't pop here, the people that don't pop here, they are going to die. It's not a go come thing. It's just a time to happen. So that's why you would see that a lot of brands and businesses, big companies, they say they are changing their logo, and you just see it's one flat
Yeah.
thing, and you're just like, why did you change that? Why didn't you bring it? It's because they know that that logo is not recognizable easily on, and they want to change it, make it flat, and for you to see it. It's not because they feel like their logo is not working, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
If you have you seen the amount of billboards in Lagos these days? Do you remember anyone? Do you think about it on Third Mainland Bridge like that. Is there any striking one that you can recall right now?
Not really. No.
So you see, there's a problem.
Yeah.
There's too much everywhere. But on this place, I can continually
See them.
see you. You even see Donald Trump is even posting memes.
Right.
He's posting memes
Right.
and making. It's not just because that these guys are, but like I said, the soft powers actually, what's it called? Actually, is what actually determines the power that a nation will carry.
Go carry.
Is tested everywhere, from Rome to America. It's always the soft powers that actually keep. So that soft power is, even though it's hard fight, but gladiator fights, it's entertainment.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
soft power
Yes.
at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
they use it to actually ingrain and push that their dominion power of that. They actually are the ones conquerors of slaves.
Yes.
Conquerors of these people, the
Yeah.
strongest
Yeah.
from anywhere. Now
Yeah.
will still be the Alga.
Yeah.
Like that. That's how it goes. America has done the same thing with their stuff. And for us as Nigeria, I feel like we have every ingredient except good leadership to get to where we are going to. To be able to become the what's it called? The powers that actually dictate for Africa and Africans. Which is what we need in Africa. A true leader that can actually carry what's it called? The ideas of what the real Africanism should be and actually lead it properly. And Nigeria is supposed to be those guys.
Forefront,
But
yeah.
we're
Should
just
be one in the forefront, yeah.
yeah, we should be the ones actually running these things. But I mean, I don't know the way it is. So I believe that the soft power on the side can still do what it needs to do. People can actually pull their weight behind and do what it needs to do. At the end of the day, we can still get those guys on that lead the front to do what we need them to do if we are so powerful with this soft power. So we have not one, not two whiskeys, we have 10 of them.
Yeah.
We have not one, not two boners, we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
We have people in different places of power that can actually turn things, that can actually make a call, and we're good, that can say something on socials and it matters to the president.
Yeah.
We need a lot more of those kind of people, and that's why I'm not so mad at the whole Japa thing.
Yeah.
I think it's important because we need our guys to get
see,
to the top at different levels.
Yeah.
From Google down to Amazon to everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not because we are trying to do what's it called now? Like we're trying to just get our people together, but it's for control of even what happens at home. Yeah. So we need all of these big powers to make all of this calls up. So, and the soft power is a very good place to start, is where we can actually get that win from. So that's why I'm very, very keen on pop culture.
Pop culture.
Pop culture, and everything that has to do about technology and all of these things like that.
I mean, I totally agree with what you're saying, and to be honest, again, you're doing great stuff in this in this whole thing. You're putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm
It's
really.
a lot of money.
Come on!
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's a lot because I think it's required, and I also think that because of the challenges that you listed, but having to use money to do certain things that structure would have handled. Now, what would you do? How would you consolidate this whole thing? Let's assume that you have the power, for example, maybe elected president, whatever, what would you put in motion? I'm using motion because I mean you can start it and maybe you're not there to the end of it. But what are the things that you think you put in motion to ensure that our soft power is properly utilized and help get us to where we're supposed to be?
I mean, I'm going to do what would create more success in that space. Because this thing is a very systemic question or a systemic thing, as it were, and it has a lot of layers.
Yeah.
But I think the first thing is that, or the big idea should be that we want to multiply the talent pool, like excellent talent, great talent, and some of the things that we need to achieve those things they are at mid-level, they are at base level, and they are at high level.
Yeah.
So from the ground, some of the things are things like education. I don't see why in Lagos I think it's only Muson that is a standard.
Shout out to Musa.
Yeah, music school.
Yeah.
Or I think I don't know. I think
standard. Yes, there are a lot. So I went to Peter King's College of Music,
Yeah.
and from Peter King's I went to Muson. So I'm an alumnus of like
Oh,
Muson.
great.
So in terms of standard, in terms of like name and all that, right? Muson has that, and even standard in terms of like the quality of education. But Peter King also has
Peter King in
quality.
Nigeria too.
Yes, he's in Nigeria. He's
So
in Nigeria.
these
He's
are
in
this
Badagry.
Shedu
Yeah,
Alaba.
yeah. That's the thing. There was a
No,
time
I don't think
in
it's a problem. Oh, I
Asha
don't.
came. Asha is an alumnus of Peter King's.
Oh, really?
Yes, she came to Peter King's one time, and I'm not sure, but what I heard was I was in school even at the time. We had pictures together. She went to see the founder, and she wanted to because it was the founder was building a studio and accommodation that thing. They're trying to go bigger, and I think she pledged to do some things. I don't know why that didn't come true, right? But I think it was more of an internal issue, like not wanting to accept help and stuff to become big and reach more grounds in a sense. But the quality of education that Peter King's gave was next to nothing.
I mean, what I'm saying is that at that base level, we need education.
Yeah, we need
And
education.
I don't even
yeah.
know these guys. Like, I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, maybe I've not done my research.
No, it's
well.
fine.
Or
No,
maybe I've
you
maybe
probably,
I've
if you even search them on Google, you probably
because
might not find it.
I love Badagry a lot because I schooled there.
Zanokwa 4, yeah.
So yeah, but I've never heard of them.
That's funny.
So it's a problem. These are the things that, but that is not the problem. Is not Badagry. The problem is
obviously.
that when the people come for this education, what kind of experiences do they get?
Yeah.
And how do they get them?
Yeah.
And if you see Asha was there, why is it not a big deal?
I don't think she ever talks about
Yeah,
it.
why is it not? Even Muson, like Muson, I barely see anything. I just know because we know and we know
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
from back in the day that
Yeah.
Muson does these
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like that. At the base level, educate creativity. Find even informal ways to educate. Find informal ways to get the guys in Agege to educate them.
Yeah.
Get up studios where they can go to produce and do stuff. It's not like you are going to get the success you are going to get is what's it called? It's the only thing that is in it. That when I mean the success now is that you get talent out of this, but you also keep people out of vices.
Yeah.
Because everybody feels like music can make it now.
I agree.
Like music, I can make it in music. Everybody feels like they
yeah,
can make it
yeah.
in music. And so allow more winners come from these spaces. Allow more, that's a base level thing. Another level is going to now be structure in place. Like we don't have events locations in Lagos. I think we were saying it at
We have for some for weddings.
we don't
Mostly
have,
for weddings.
Yeah, and we don't have things that can actually cater to the average Nigerian.
Average
We don't have
Nigerian, yeah.
systems. It's not just
Yeah.
structure when it comes to even venues now, but I'm talking about even the money that we make from
yeah.
things like this.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
great. We have to rely on sponsorships.
On sponsorships, yeah.
And all of those things. I know the world, everybody in the world actually relies on that, but not all artists can get as much as possible.
Yeah.
But we need to find a good way for people to tour in Nigeria.
Mathematically, we should be able to make revenue, like good revenue and profit from ticket sales and all without getting sponsors.
So we need spaces like that, and I'm sure it's not the government that will do it.
Oh, for sure.
We just need leaders that, for lack of a better word, no, let me not use the word answers because if you arrest me, but like we need leaders that actually have foresight. Yeah. We need leaders that have foresight
and can engage
people. Like you should know. I don't see why Lagos is not making it look like it's the safest place after anywhere else in gearing up for December. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like the government, and they are sensitizing people ahead of December to make it feel like it is safe, so that those people that are outside, I just go back, not just a lot of Black American artists are saying they want to go to Nigeria, blah blah blah. Give them a room, give them reason. It's not just say we are going to give you money to come. Make them feel safe, make them feel like they're going to have the best time, and start publicizing it from now. So anyway, if you can
there's an issue with communication.
If you can get it on Arsenal's jersey, like Emirates, I'd be like Rwanda did that. Is it Fly Rwanda thing or something like that? Get sponsorships on those kind of places. Let people come. That December there's a boom. By January, people have a lot of money in the system. But we are not thinking about these things. We are just thinking of I don't know. It's just very tacky sometimes, and I think about it and I'm like, we can do better than this.
I totally agree. We're rounding up now. But before there's the thing we will do. But before that, can you like give us a list of the creatives, and I'm saying I would have said artists, but right now I don't even think you work with just artists right now, right? So that you work with,
I want me to name drop by.
yes, please name drop. And again, the reason is this: we can't talk about all the iconic stuff you've done. I'm not even sure you remember everything, right? But if we know the people that you work with, we can say, okay, because we've seen this, we've seen that, we are seeing this, we know this guy is somewhere behind the scene doing making stuff happen. So yes.
Yeah, I mean, I work with everybody's on my page or something close to it. So I work with musicians, I work with poets, some
Okay.
film people as well. It's not just me, really. We have a company
You could
that
say,
does
I know,
that, and
yeah, I
we
know.
have top guys there that ensure that things are moving. But yeah, some of the people on our bill, an endless ocean.
Shout out to
Shout out to
AnEndlessOcean.
an endless ocean. Family,
Right.
um,
Boss.
Erife,
Yeah, I saw that recently.
Salem,
Oh yeah.
Limo to a level. We work
Mm-hmm.
with Limo Blaze. We've worked with some people as well. Yeah. And the funny story is that like the whole management thing, I've always been a big fan of the media space and all of that, but I never thought I would do this or will do this again because the first heartbreak where I get now management I get now like now I was so
Every manager should have
yeah, like
that
I think
story.
he was giving me what's it called? What to look forward to
Mm.
in this thing because I was so pissed off and I thought I was never gonna do this, man. Because you know talents are very funny.
Come on. Yeah.
Talents are it's just
It's not.
a
It's a
normal thing.
given. Yeah.
Talents they have what they have in their heads and they expect you to just know
Know
it.
it. Yeah.
So you have to find a way to always navigate them and find what's in their head and all that. As far as they have a good heart, they have good character. I can work with you. As far as we align, no, I can
Yeah.
work with you.
Yeah.
So, but I think that was just not a good one. Not a good
Just went
person.
south.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just like I was not doing this, but today we are
You're doing it again.
doing
On a
it. I'm
bigger
doing
level.
it. Man,
Bro, I
it's
was at
so
your show at I know Ocean's show at
Lagos show.
yeah, the Lagos show at Jewel Aida, and I'm like, what?
That's what we are talking about. Like,
I was like,
you saw the venue, like it was so packed. I was scared for my life that day.
bro, I was like, what's going on here?
I was scared for my
And when you're
life that
talking
day.
about like major guys, like guys in the industry, you will not want, before you mention AnEndlessOcean, you're thinking, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Do you know what it means to have 100 people in a room to come watch you, not to even talk about that? Like, and I know that venue very well. Like, I am a little bit like, distance, whatever related to like the owners of the space. So I know what goes, and our church service happens in that hall.
Oh, okay.
So I know the cost of getting that venue, setting up, like, bro, I was like, nah, this is some good stuff.
Yeah.
You do some good
We
work,
had one
man.
of the best shows in Lagos last
I
December.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I was at a couple and I saw a couple. We had one of the best shows in Lagos.
I agree.
And yeah, of course, e-cops happened
Oh,
also
no,
for
for sure,
this
for
thing
sure.
because there's no infrastructure. People don't understand what goes into event production in Nigeria. It's not like any other place. I know every other place too, you have issues. Like, yeah, of course, it's just what
It's
it
a
is.
given.
But in
comes with
Nigeria, you
it.
don't have issues. The issues have you.
Yeah. And
Like,
you never see them coming. You never. You can't
it's
be
crazy.
too prepared.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so some of these things happen. We are trying our best to continue breaking the norm
Yeah.
of starting shows early and ending them at a
Yeah.
good time.
I had an argument about this thing recently because I do a monthly show.
Okay.
I call Roots and Rhythm. And some of the people that used to come, especially those corporate guys, oh, you guys don't start when you because sometimes we start like 45 minutes or an hour late and stuff. And I'm like, there's nothing I want to say to you guys that will make you guys understand. You think I also want to keep people? No, but you can't just come into the industry, come into the sector, and then let's talk. That's
Well,
what I
we
said.
can't. For them, they want what they want. For us, we
Yeah.
want what we want.
Yeah.
I think we'll just keep tweaking until
Yeah,
we get
so
it
you can
perfectly.
find the middle ground.
Yeah,
that
to find a
works.
very
Like,
good ground that works for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
I think we are getting close to it because people are doing shows and they start early and they finish early and
Yeah.
people go back to their houses.
Yeah.
They feel safe
They
and
feel
all of
safe,
that.
yeah.
So I believe that we are getting closer to it. But people, I'm not asking. They should demand for the best every time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they should. They
demand
should.
for the
They
best
should.
from your artists, from
They
your
should.
people.
They should.
But also, yeah, do it nicely.
Thank you,
don't be a
thank
troll.
you. Yeah, thank you so much, Icon. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you
So the
for
last
having
thing
me.
we do here is the grit game, and the grit game is about grit is synonymous to like also, you know.
Yeah.
So like, if you were not doing this, what would you have been doing?
More. If I was not doing this, maybe I would be doing architecture.
You are already doing architecture. Nothing that you've been doing. Nothing in
Nothing
your
I've been doing.
yeah. Like let's say you have another life,
I
and you
have
can't
another.
choose from what you've been doing before or what you're doing right now.
What would I be doing? I don't know, man. I can't even see it.
You've burnt all the bridges.
I can't. I
No,
can't even
think,
see
think,
it.
think. You must give us something, and don't just give us anything for anything.
I think I could be a. I can't be a doctor. I can't be a doctor. I don't even know if they send me back again. I can be a doctor. Nah, I can't. I'm just trying to think of what I could become. Or I don't know, man. Maybe I own
Oh, okay,
a
like a
wine
winery or
thing. Like yeah, I
something.
know, like a
Okay,
winery. Yeah,
okay. So you like wine? You take wine?
yeah, 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 yeah.
No,
I'm
okay.
actually very fascinated about the
The
whole
the art
South
the art of it.
African, how they've hacked that wine thing
Mm.
in South Africa as well. Yeah, so I'm a fan.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so
That's
maybe
cool.
something like that. I just have a farm somewhere and just I'll be rich. So I'll just leave well
Obviously,
to.
yeah. Obviously.
I'll carry the wealth from this to that time.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you've been able to grab one or two things and have like a sneak peek into Icon Oreoluwa's life. An amazing guy, an iconic guy doing iconic things, living and loving iconically. If there's anything like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Thank you
Really,
for
really
having me.
appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. Take care. Cheers.